Hey everyone, welcome back to the Beginner Series. Robbie the Painter here. So excited. This is going to be episode number 4. If you've been following along so far, we took this painting behind me and we started out with a simple sky and some trees and a little bit of land. And in last episode, number 3, we added a distant mountain. And we're going to continue that. We're going to keep adding to it. I'm going to show you how to take a simple painting. So if you can do the sky, the land, in the trees, I'm going to show you how to add some more details to it. So without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, I just stood back and I saw something. What if, you see this little green area up here that these trees are sitting on? What if we want that to look higher than this down here? It does look a little higher, but what if we want to really accentuate that? How do we make something look higher or lower when all we're doing is painting flat paint? We're giving the illusion that something's higher or lower. Let me show you how we're going to do this, because I stood back and I saw something and I thought it was really cool, and it's one of those details that I think you guys can use in your paintings. Let me grab my flat brush. This flat brush here, I think this will work. I'm gonna go into a little bit of paint thinner. We're gonna lighten up the top of this to make it look like it's higher. So we're gonna grab some titanium white, a little of this green, maybe a little yellow in there. I'm grabbing some of this Indian yellow, lighten up this green here. We're just gonna add a little bit here to the top, okay? That's a little bit lighter. This little part here underneath this, that's kind of yellow and dark green, we're gonna come into straight Van Dyke brown. I'm not even washing my brush, dipping my flat brush in. Watch this. We're gonna start over here, and we're gonna make a little curve. Little crescent move here. Starting at the dark area, we're coming right down through that light area. I flip my brush over and make this little crescent. Grab some more brown. Keep going over. If we go through our tree, it's all right. We'll fix all that in a second. We just made this hill here look like it's sitting on top, and the ground goes down like that, down to this valley down here. And if we take some of this brown that we just put on and kind of drag it out, kind of to the right. I mean, you could drag yours to the left, but I'm seeing that it comes out here to the right. Let's grab some titanium white, really lighten up this green, a little bit of yellow. Just gonna lighten up the top of this hill all the way over here. Right along the edge there. That's a little too white. It looks like the sun's hitting it though, but so what we'll do is just take our brush and go over that. Remember I said if you get something that's a little too bright, just go over it a few times. It'll lighten it up. Okay, I just showed you how to change the depth and elevation on your painting, okay? We made this hill taller than this little yellow valley down here by putting in that dirt, okay? So it drops down like a little ravine. That's just one thing. I'm showing you guys how you can, spice up your painting and add some different details to it. Pretty cool, huh? What if we want to do something drastic? I mean, that was pretty drastic. We just changed our original painting. But what if we want to, say, put in, I don't know, water? Could we do that? You know what? We don't even need a reason. We can do it. We can do anything we want. I hope you guys are having fun. This is fun for me to show you guys. I think we're going to use kind of our sky color with our Prussian blue. Let's mix up a little titanium white, a little Prussian blue. We'll see what this looks like. Well, let's take this yellow area. Let's make this a little river. Let's just make this a river. Goes back behind our hill, okay? Pops out right here and we can see it. A little paint thinner. That paint's not moving. Grabbing a little Prussian blue. A little bit of titanium white. Let's just go right over our tree. And we say that this little river comes back here somewhere. All right, comes back there somewhere. A little more blue. Maybe out here in the middle. It's a little darker, I don't know. We're just, you know what? We'll say it's a little darker in our painting. So I'm just putting some streaks of darker blue in there. Now, around the edges, maybe, you know, even if it's a river, if you ever went fishing in a river, get the little white caps and stuff that happens there at the edge. The water's kind of breaking against the shoreline. Well, let's grab some titanium white. And I'm not even cleaning off my brush, so it still has the straight Prussian blue on there. Let's come along this shoreline over here. Just rub in a little bit of white. You could use your palette knife if you want. It's a good time to use your palette knife, whatever you feel like. Just going to take and blend this a little bit. You notice I'm trying to keep when I put these lines, like there's ripples in the water or there's movement in the water, trying to keep those straight across, horizontal. Don't want our lines running like this at a diagonal. It's not going to look right if our water's like this and our lines are running like that. You want your lines running the same way that the water's running. I think that's good for right now. Maybe it comes around the corner here. Maybe this is all water. Maybe this is water here. Grab a little more paint thinner. Maybe this is all water. Maybe it's a river that comes around the bend. We don't know. Just going around my tree here. Not worried about coming over the branches right now because we can put those back in. Making sure that there's water. Flowing this way. In fact, I'm just going to go right over the tree. Oh no, Rob. Oh well, it's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Let's make a shoreline right over here, like where you'd be fishing in that like sandbar, sandy area. So, what color would that be? Well, I'm guessing it'd be brownish yellow, sandy color, tan. So we've got Van Dyke brown here. Let's lighten it up. Let's grab some titanium white. Let's see what this looks like. Trying to stay out of the blue right now. Just coming right up to it, but kind of staying out of the blue. Again, going through the tree with that sandy color. Is that light enough? Maybe straight titanium white over the top of that. Something like that. Let's go into straight Van Dyke brown like we did over here. Let's indicate that this this is steep right here. And this hill's kind of tall. So we're going to put same thing we did back over here. Add in some of this hilly color, bare ground. Just come across. Disappears back here. Without washing my brush, I'm going to take that dark brown and pull it into the light. This sandy beach area. Shoreline. And it's mixing a little bit. Okay. Maybe go back. And add a little more definition in some spots, make it darker. So we've got all these different colors of earth tones. Let's do something with the top. Let's wash that. Let's grab some titanium white, little Indian yellow. This might be too light. We're not done yet. Highlighting a little bit of the top of that. Let's grab some sap green. Let's add in between these yellow lines. Add a little sap green. Down here. I'm going to tone this light yellowish color that we put on, tone it down just a hair. So I'm going over it with this brush that's got some sap green on it. Got some other colors. Just lightly pulling through. I want some of that to look highlighted. I want to keep some of that bright yellow color there. More like a bright tan, but maybe right here on the edge of this cliff. A little brighter. All right, let's stand back, see what we got. Some different greens and that. We went through remember our bushes that were on top of this hill, kind of went through that earlier, so we can put those back now. You may be saying, Rob, what are you doing here? You're messing things up. We're not done yet. We're working on adding in some stuff. Let's mix in this dark tree color that I really like. Remember what that is, that sap green and midnight black. So let's grab a little bit of midnight black, bring it over here to our sap green. Let's start with this flat brush. So right here at the bottom of these bushes, the top of the hill, bottom of the bushes, kind of going to define this with a darker line. All the way up here. Let's take our fan brush, dip into a little bit of paint thinner, go into that dark tree color. And let's come here and just lay it, and up and down. Flip it over. You turn it sideways and use it that way. Dip into a little more color. And then come underneath and just smooth that out just a little bit. Make the top. Using the corner of our fan brush here. Back and forth. And back and forth. Maybe a little more green. All right, going back to my little round brush, come into straight midnight black. He doesn't show up that well, so I'm going to take this little brush and we're going to go over these limbs by tapping left and right and left and down. See if that darkens it up, where we can see this tree a little bit better. Grab some more, going into straight midnight black. There, we got a tree on the end. Not the best looking tree I've ever done, but you know what? It'll work. It'll work. Kind of crooked here. He's growing a little crooked. Oh, why not? Let's do one more. Tap on the top. We're going to start, remember we start small at the top on the left hand side and the right hand side, and get bigger as we go down, wider as we go down. Come out farther on the right, come out farther on the left. Quite a bit of paint on the canvas, so the paint is not wanting to come off my paintbrush as well, but we're making this work. Okay, there we go. Our third tree, darken it up right underneath. Let's come back to our water, grab the flat brush. Let's come into that Prussian blue. Let's darken this up. Darken our river up. And right through our tree. Let's grab a little white. Now you can wash my brush off, and let's see. Squiggling back and forth. Putting the indication that this river is traveling. Now I take and pull backwards. I don't know if this is going to do what I think it's going to do. Look right, but maybe every once in a while this comes and drops over. And let's pull back. And some white. I don't think I've ever done a little waterfall type thing from the side and what that would actually look like. So this is kind of new for me. Trying to figure this out, how to make it look like it's going over. Might be a little too blue, so I'm lightening this up just a little. Just lightly pulling. Okay, we're going to stop right there on this episode. I think we're around the 20-minute mark. Again, I don't want to make these too long, but I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much to my new subscribers, and I hope you join me on the next episode. We're going to keep adding to this painting till we feel like it's done, and then we're going to move on to another painting on the beginner series. So I'm excited to keep going. Thank you so much. I will see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.